On this episode of Hill City Happenings, we learn more about conservation and a recent award that was won by the city. Also, we take a look at the Black History Month exhibit at the Public Library. Coming up next. I'm your host, Shaquille Cook, and this is Hill City Happenings. The city of Lynchburg is dedicated to environmental stewardship and conservation, and most recently was awarded for such dedication. Let's talk to Mr. Nicholas Meyer to find out more information about the award.
It is an award that recognizes people who are not associated with the Garden Club of Virginia for excellence in conservation. The City of Lynchburg was nominated by the Lynchburg Garden Club and the Hillside Garden Club. And the Lynchburg Garden Club has partnered with the City of Lynchburg for conservation work in the past, most notably in 1981 with Operation Plant a Tree, which used proceeds from recycling to plant over 1,000 trees in the streets of the city. The City of Lynchburg has been very dedicated to conservation, environmental stewardship. Back in the 1860s, Lynchburg set out what's now Miller Park to be used as a green space for the community and the fairgrounds. And since that time and throughout the 1900s and early 2000s, we've been dedicated to maintaining green infrastructure, street trees, parks, green spaces, trails, and we do a lot of work. My role in particular, do a lot of work maintaining all the trees that line our city streets. So we've got flowering cherries on Oakley Avenue that everyone is fond of in the spring, and willow oaks on 9th Street, and American elms on Jefferson Street, and lots of nice trees along the streets that really add a lot of beauty and joy to the city. Winning this award is just nice confirmation of the efforts that we have put in as a municipality, as citizens, and as public servants to the conservation of the environment in our community. Lynchburg really stands out and was able to receive this award because of the multifaceted approach we have to conservation. I work at the Public Works Department, and we oversee the maintenance of parks and the streets and the green areas, medians, and the expressway, and a lot of the places that you drive by that have some beauty. There's also a lot of committees and organizations and nonprofits that do important work in the community as well. In 2019, we were recognized as Bee City USA, and are very much a leader in the state for that movement, making sure that we have pollinator-friendly solutions in place. I think Lynchburg has also stood out against other municipalities and localities with our work in making sure that landscaping and tree planting and installation and conservation is really at the center of any development plans. When we have new parks or amphitheaters or infrastructure, we make sure that there's a nice green component to that as well to keep the aesthetic that we have in the city.
It's Black History Month, and the Lynchburg Public Library has created an exhibit that displays a rich African American history in the city. Let's talk to Ms. Alexandria Schlomer to find out more information about it.
So we have partnered with the Lynchburg Museum to bring this exhibit to the library. It includes several artifacts concerning Black history in Lynchburg. So we've got some things from Dunbar. We've got a couple photo albums so people can flip through them. And it's just a really wonderful way to learn about our history. So it is up from now until February 24th, that's a Saturday, and you can come in anytime we're open and come see the exhibit, flip through some things, reminisce. We just want people to come and enjoy it at the Public Library on Memorial Avenue. Well, we start spitballing ideas about 3 months ahead of time, and so one of my staff was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have a pop-up exhibit? And I was thinking, well, that would be great for Black History Month. So I got in contact with Angelica at the Lynchburg Museum. And so we've been going back and forth, figuring things out. And she came and set it up for us. So it's been a wonderful process. Well, we're hoping they'll see some people they'll recognize. These photo albums are really great. We have some stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s. We also have some things about Chauncey Spencer and Spencer's son, who was a famous African-American pilot. And we're hoping you'll come on in and you'll look at the exhibit and also take a tour through the library and see what we have to offer. Black history should be celebrated all year long, but of course February is a great time to really focus in on it, and I feel like unfortunately a lot of people don't know a lot about Lynchburg's Black history. And there are so many really interesting people. Dr. Johnson, who taught Arthur Ashe and Dorothea Gibson tennis, lived over on Pierce Street, and Ann Spencer and Chauncey Spencer, so many great people that people don't necessarily know about, so we're really excited. I did not know that Chauncey Spencer had a day dedicated to him in Ohio. I knew a little bit about him. I knew that he helped get started, get African Americans into military flight. But it's just really nice to see like actual tangible objects that relate to a point in time, and you know, this happened and this is important. I knew about Dr. Johnson, Worldwide Johnson, but I didn't know like just how important he was to tennis in the Black culture. So it was really interesting to see like how there's an article over here talking about his tennis camps and how sometimes he would use his own money to fund these kids to be able to play tennis and to be able to go to these championships. And of course, we all know Arthur Ashe and Dorothea Gibson, but there were so many more kids who benefited from his teaching and from his donating his time. We've already had a lot of people stop by and flip through the books and really, you know, get hands-on with it, so it's really wonderful to see. I would just say support your local libraries. Come visit us. We're open 6 days a week. We're open late on Tuesdays till 8, and we're open on Saturdays. And don't forget your downtown branch. That one's open 10 to 5, Monday through Friday. And we're just full of great stuff. We've got books, we've got internet, so if you ever need a place to come and study or just hang out, just visit us.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Till next time, I'm your host, Shaquille Cook, and this is Hill City Happenings.